Every time I try to write a spicy romance story, I end up writing something sad. It's like sad is my default emotion. This happens every single time. Am I doing something wrong? Anyway, this is about a 38-year-old woman who finds solace in a kiss with her 19-year-old niece's boyfriend. The world below buzzed with life, faint traffic, muffled voices, but inside the quiet felt heavier than usual. My husband, Eric, had left earlier for a weekend work retreat. It wasn't uncommon for him to disappear for a few days, but something about today's goodbye clung to me. "Keep an eye on Julia," he'd said, kissing my cheek. "Make her feel at home." Julia, his 19-year-old niece, had been living with us for a couple of weeks while she prepped for college in the city. Shy and sweet, she arrived with overstuffed bags and a soft smile that made her feel more like a distant little sister than a guest. Eric always doted on her, but it was a one-sided adoration. She was sweet but reserved. He was boisterous and full of energy, yet when he was gone, I found myself strangely drawn to her. Not in a weird, creepy way. Well, maybe a little bit in that way, but also in this way that made sense, that felt natural and right. Don't judge me. I know it sounds crazy. The niece's name is Julia, and her boyfriend is Eric. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. Here we go. The city bathed in twilight, orange hues stretching across the skyline outside our townhouse window. With Eric gone, though, the house felt different. Not lonely, just charged in some unfamiliar way. At 7 p.m., I heard the soft creak of the stairs. Julia padded in, hair tousled, wrapped in a hoodie and jeans. She smiled that gentle, effortless smile. "Hey, Aunt Sarah." "Hey, honey," I replied, my voice softer than intended. We chatted. Nothing deep, dinner, classes, city life, just the kind of talk that eases you into comfort. We cooked together, moved easily through the kitchen like we'd done it a dozen times. She made me laugh. I liked that. Later, we drifted back to the living room. She sprawled on the couch like she belonged there. I watched her more than I meant to. There was something about her energy that night, relaxed, sure of herself. "Thanks for dinner," she said, eyes meeting mine. "That was really nice of you." "It was nothing," I replied. But it had been something. And as the quiet settled again, I felt the weight of a moment I couldn't define. Eventually, Julia stood, stretched, and said goodnight. Her door closed softly upstairs. I stayed in the living room longer than I needed to, caught in thought. Later, I found myself awake in bed, restless. Something tugged at me, not fear, not guilt, just curiosity and a strange, growing ache I didn't have a name for. I moved softly down the hall. Her door was cracked. The soft glow from her lamp spilled into the hallway. "Julia?" I whispered. "Yeah," came her sleepy voice. I stepped in. She sat up in bed, groggy but alert. "Can't sleep," I said. "Me neither," she smiled. "Can I sit?" I asked. She nodded and patted the bed beside her. I sat, careful, unsure. "Is something wrong?" she asked gently. "I don't know," I said honestly. She looked at me, really looked, and I saw something in her eyes. Recognition, vulnerability, desire, and then her fingers brushed mine. The touch was feather-light, but it felt like lightning. My breath caught, my thoughts scattered. "I see you," I said, surprising even myself. "I felt invisible for a long time," she whispered. We sat in that stillness, hearts racing. She reached out again, this time more intentionally, and I didn't pull away. The kiss was soft, hesitant at first, but it deepened, grew. Her hands found my waist, steady and sure. Mine wrapped around her shoulders like they belonged there. "This is crazy," I whispered. "Maybe," she said, "but it doesn't feel wrong, does it?" No, it didn't. Not in that moment. We fell into something real and overwhelming, each touch more certain, more electric. The night blurred as our bodies found a rhythm we hadn't known we needed. Later, wrapped in each other, Julia whispered, "I've wanted this for so long. I just didn't know if you felt the same." "I didn't know either," I admitted, "but now I do. And I don't want to stop." The fire dimmed. The world outside disappeared. All that remained was the warmth of her breath, the softness of her touch, and the silent promise between us. Something new had begun, something neither of us wanted to let go of.